What is up, you guys? Oh my goodness. You have no idea, I'm so freaking excited because I actually have a studio, like a little backdrop. Yes, I know, I just showed you a new room, and now I'm showing you another new room. Yes, this used to be where my bed was. My bed is not here anymore, it is now downstairs. So I'm living in the basement. Way typical young adult thing to say. But yeah, so my room now, this room, is now going to be my studio room. So basically where I film everything, and it's my office basically. And so I'm so excited. I got new lights too, and so everything just feels so good right now, and I love it. Anywho, moving on, you may or may not know, but I freaking love Mulan. Mulan is my life, it's my childhood, it's a movie that I will fight you on, just putting that out there. But no, today, instead of doing like a fact about a month, I thought I would change it up a little bit and do 20 fun facts about Mulan, because why not? And I know there are a bunch of other videos on facts about Mulan, but I'm still gonna do one because I can. I mean, I learned a lot about Mulan as I was doing some research, so that's gotta be something, right? Real quickly, check this out. And it's got dragons. This is actually too short. So I bought this on Amazon like a couple years ago, and it's a little shorter than I expected. I think it's mainly like, I don't know, but like, yeah, it's fine. Mulan with short hair, just kidding. Alright, jumping right into it. For starters, the Disney film Mulan was released on June 5th, 1998, starring Ming-Na Wen, B.D. Wong, Donny Osmond, Eddie Murphy, Pat Morita. I'm sorry for mispronouncing his last name. I feel like I should know this because, for those who don't know, Pat Morita is the famous Mr. Miyagi from The Karate Kid. And going back to the date, June 5th, 2020, will mark the 22nd anniversary since Mulan's been released. Mulan was the very first film of Disney to introduce a very independent, resilient heroine. Someone who doesn't need to be saved, someone who challenges gender roles, and is an exception. Specifically meaning she is considered an official Disney princess, even though she's not royal, due to the fact that she did an act of heroism. An act of heroism was a requirement that was added just so Mulan could be considered an official Disney princess. Bob Mulan and Liu Shang were both voiced by two actors. For Mulan, Ming-Na Wen was the voice actor for Mulan, the main voice actor for Mulan, and Lea Salonga was Mulan's singing voice. And for Shang, B.D. Wong was Shang's main voice, and Donny Osmond was Shang's singing voice. This was actually the same case for Grandmother Fa and Ling. As you all know, Mulan was actually based off of a very ancient Chinese lore called the Ballad of Mulan, or the Song of Fa Mulan. According to this poem, and unlike the Disney film, Mulan actually did have siblings. She had an older sister and a younger brother. Or in other words, little brother. In the film, Mulan has a little dog named Little Brother, which is a nod to the poem. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know this one, but Mulan is a lefty. They're lefties. Although as I was rewatching Mulan, of course, it was when I was writing the script, surprise, surprise, I did notice something interesting, something that I actually did not notice until now. Like me, Mulan can actually use both her hands for different things. For example, Mulan uses her left hand to write these chopsticks, pour tea, and archery, while she uses her right hand to open a fan and use her sword. Still though, she's left hand dominant. When Mulan is choosing her nickname, Ping is the name she chooses, which is kind of funny. According to RealRundown.com, Fa Ping in quote means flower pot. This is a slang for either eye candy or for an effeminate homosexual man. This explains the joke the soldiers make in regards to Mulan and her lack of masculinity. It also adds comedy to Mushu's complaint about his best friend, also named Ba Ping, stealing his girlfriend. Sisyphus princess who doesn't sing once about her love for a hero or a prince. Of all Disney princesses, she spends the most screen time nude. But of course Mulan is a family movie, so all the nudity is covered up. Sifu's name literally means to bully, which obviously is very appropriate given his personality. According to mirror.co.uk, Mulan has the highest kill count out of all of the characters, including villains. During the avalanche scene, Mulan was able to wipe out the entire Han army except for 6, though later on in the film she does end up killing Shan Yu. Spoilers. There was a total of 2,000 Huns, so her total kill count brings her to 1,995 people. That's insane. With 700 animators, artists, technicians, it took them 5 years to complete the film. Mulan was the first feature at Walt Disney Feature Animation Facility in Florida. In the Ballad of Mulan, the title of the emperor is Khan, which is the same name as Mulan's horse. Mulan was almost given a PG rating simply because of the phrase cross-dressers. When Sifu comes to Mulan's village and starts listing off names to be enlisted into the war, those names are actual people. People who were in the making of Mulan. And actually you can spot those names somewhere in the credits.
The Xiao family, the Yi family, the Chu family,
In Lilo and Stitch you can spot 2 Mulan Easter eggs. First time is when Lilo wakes up Nani and shows her what Stitch can do. Behind Nani you can see a Mulan poster. And the second time is when Nani is about to head to work and Lilo is about to give Stitch a little sightseeing, if you will. They pass a restaurant called Mulan Co, which is another nod to Mulan. According to MentalFloss.com, in the early stage of making Mulan, 1980s, Mulan originally was going to be a short film called China Doll. China Doll was going to be more or less the complete opposite of what we see now. End quote, about an oppressed young woman in China who finds happiness after a British soldier sweeps her off her feet and out of China. However, none of the animators wanted to work on this short film. No one was interested, no one didn't have the enthusiasm to work on it. It just was not appealing to anyone. However, it definitely was a start. Eventually, Disney's consultant and children's book author Robert Sansucci, sorry for mispronouncing that. He, in quote, floated the idea of basing the story on Hua Mulan. This brought back, in quote, enough enthusiasm to get the project out of the incubator. Of course, as all good things go, it took some time to develop Mulan into the film we know as today. And a side comment, I think this is definitely a cool way to look at things. To realize that all good things take time and things do change. When you start something, it's going to look very different in the end. So don't get discouraged when you don't see the end that you envisioned, because it's going to change and that's okay. I just thought that was a really cool thing to take away from that. Moving on, Mushu was actually supposed to get a song of his own, but Eddie Murphy was just not interested in singing. One of the songs Mushu was going to sing was titled Keep 'Em Guessing, where Mushu teaches Mulan how to masturbate as a man. And finally, going back to initial ideas, originally neither Mushu or Cookie were going to be in the film. I know what you're thinking, you'd probably be like, what? Same. At first, they did not like the notion of having a big dragon in the movie. They thought it was too intimidating, too scary, just too much. But during their time of studying Chinese tradition, they found that dragons come in all sizes. So they were able to draw Mushu we see now. As for Cricky was not liked by anyone. No one was interested in him, no one liked the idea of having a cricket. They didn't like Cricky as a character, just no one was interested, except for one guy, Joe Grant. Joe Grant was the oldest Disney animators at the time, having worked on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which was Disney's first animation. Joe Grant was the one who suggested having Cookie in the film, and basically he was being stubborn as heck. Throughout the making of Mulan, he would slip sketches of Cookie under the director's door until they accepted Cookie. And that's basically how they both made it into the film. I say this all the time, and I will continue to say it to the day I die, but I freaking love Mulan. I definitely learned so much about this film, making me love Mulan even more. And I hope you guys felt the same way too. I'm really looking forward to the live version of Mulan. I know there's been a lot of debate about it, but honestly, despite what anyone says, I'm just excited to see a new film. Before I finish off the video, I'd like to take some time real quickly and dive a little bit into the deeper end. I know there's a lot of stuff that's been happening lately. 2020 has not been our year for anyone. At the beginning of the year, we had the fire, we have the virus, and now we have riots. I want to say that Black lives do matter. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. I know I might get some weird looks after I say this, but quite frankly, all lives matter, honestly. Despite race, despite gender, it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter who you are. I think everyone matters. Not my point, I just thought this was a good time to share my love, share my support to everyone out there, especially for those who are going out and protesting. Please be careful, please be safe, protest, but don't riot. As much as I would like, I can't really do any fundraising or donating just because I don't have that material. But yeah, this is my way of showing my support for everyone out there. I know there's a lot of negative right now, that it's hard to see positive, but honestly, I can assure you that there are still a bunch of positive in this world. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I can promise you it's out there. I know this seems random and odd to ask, but if you could please leave any positive comments down below, that would be so cool. It could be something positive that's happened to you, something that you've seen, something that happened in the past, or something that's going to happen. It could be as simple as a positive quote, whatever. Something that is positive for me. I mean, I get to work with puppies, how can I say no to that? I got new lights, I got a new studio. I'm so freaking excited about that. Literally, I've been hanging out on the deck every morning because the mornings have just been so nice. So that's another positive. I can't make the negative things go away, unfortunately. I wish I could, but that would just be too easy. But honestly, the least that we can do is share some positive. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know I do, I say this all the time, but you learn something new every day. And actually with that, if there are any other things that like facts or ideas or whatever that you guys would like me to look into and do another fact video on, if you guys want to do me a challenge and be like, do a fact video about this color, I don't know. Leave it down in the comment section below, because you know, why not? Please leave any likes, comments, questions, concerns down below. If you're new and would like to subscribe to my channel, you click over here. If you are interested in these videos, you can click down there. And until then, I will see you all in the funny papers.